For those nights when you're craving something hearty and grilled, I have the dish for you. It's grilled flank steak with a delicious squeeze of lime and fresh herbs to top it off. I'm Gena. Let's get started. So what you need to start the dish is about 1.5 pounds of flank steak or skirt steak. Either one will do. It's a long, flat piece of meat that has some marbling in it, which makes it even more juicy and succulent. We're going to start by adding some herbs, actually some spices to our bowl. Start with 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Garlic powder will add a nice zesty flavor. And what we're actually doing is putting together a dry herb rub that we're going to spread all over the meat. And we want a full teaspoon of chili powder. You can use standard chili powder, that's what I have here. If you have an ancho chili powder, that'll work too. Whatever you have on hand, use that up. Followed by 1/2 teaspoon of dried cumin. And put all that into your bowl. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And once you have that all together, just swirl that around in your dish to combine. And we're going to sprinkle it pretty heavy on your steak. You want a lot of that succulent, smoky flavor coming out. And then you're going to rub it in. You want the meat to soak up all those great spices. So rub that in. Flip it over and do the other side as well. And press that in. And just let that sit for about 15 minutes before grilling so all of those flavors soak into the meat. And then we can start grilling. We're going to use our stovetop grill, but feel free to use your outdoor grill if you prefer. You want your grill indoors to be set to medium-high heat so you get a nice dark sear on your beef. So let's go ahead and put that on. You can hear that sizzle. And what you want to do is cook each side for about 5 minutes and then flip it over and sear the other side for 5 minutes. And then we're going to remove it from your grill and let that meat rest for at least 5 to 8 minutes. So all those juices don't run out when you cut them. They all stay inside that meat so you can enjoy them. Now you want to flip your meat over. Wow, look at that crust on there. Doesn't that look good? And continue cooking for about 4 to 5 more minutes. So over here on our plate, we have some really great fresh smelling herbs. Some fresh cilantro, which we are going to chop, just rough chop. This is a great casual dish, so just rough chop that up. Next we have some fresh basil. Love the smell of that. That's just heaven. It's a slight licoricey smell. It's just a delicious herb. And then we have some fresh mint. With the mint, you want to just pull those leaves off. The mint leaves are relatively small, so you can just go ahead and pull those off the stems because you don't want to include those stems into the mixture. And you have all that just ready to go. Let's give that another quick rough chop. Then you're going to take a bunch of green onions that you've washed and trimmed off the ends and just rough chop those as well. So what you want to do next is take a bunch of herbs, sprinkle those over the top of your meat, as well as those green onions, a few more herbs. Cut your lime in half. And just squeeze that over the top. And you see all that beautiful color. And the flavor is just excellent. I'd use all the juice of one lime to give it that extra delicious flavor. And there you have it. That's flank steak with fresh herbs and lime juice. I'm Gena Bell. You can get this recipe and many others at GenaBell.com. I hope you enjoy this. Come back and see me again soon. Thanks.